Welcome to yet another interesting session of Quest for Literature. Today we are going to discuss about Faces of White Pipe Clay, a prose which was written by Dick Roughsay. Before getting into the topic, if you are not yet subscribed to my channel, do subscribe as well as click on the bell icon and enable all option so that you will be notified whenever I upload a new video. Dick Roughsay was a tribal Aboriginal Australian writer. He was an artist and a writer. He was born in 1920 near Mornington Island. Dick Roughsay was a member of Lardil tribe. He grew up in an Aboriginal family clan, leading a traditional lifestyle. At the age of about 8, he was given the name Dick by Reverend R.H. Wilson. He wrote about the changing cultural circumstances of his family in Moon and Rainbow in 1971, which is the first autobiography of a tribal Aboriginal Australian. His most famous work were The Giant Devil Dingo and The Rainbow Serpent. They contained some of his best figurative paintings representing tribal lifestyle with powerful dreamtime creatures. If you don't know what is dreamtime, do watch my previous video regarding history of Australia. I had given the link in the description box. In 1976 and in 1979, Dick Roughsay won Children's Book of the Year awards. This particular portion, The Faces of White Pipe Clay, is taken from his autobiography Moon and Rainbow. The author compares here the poor naked Lardil people with the white men with faces of white pipe clay. As well as he discussed the first contact of the Aborigines with the settlers. The main idea which reflects throughout this prose is the ignorance of the Lardil people about the outside world. Now let us see what Dick Roughsay says in the prose The Faces of White Pipe Clay. The Lardil people were poor naked people who were the Australian origins and had no knowledge about the outside world. They were unknown about the white settlers and their culture. When the Lardil people saw the white settlers, they hid themselves in the forest. They were frightened by the noise made by the ships of white people. These strange ships were gliding towards the home island of Langunargi. The white people had full knowledge about the outside world, but the Aboriginals were not so. They were ignorant in such a way that they didn't know that the ship was anchoring and was scared by the noise made by it. The loud rattling sound as something splashed into the water sent my father and all our poor naked people running away in frightened. This is how Dick Roughsay says about the anchoring of the ships. The Lardil people were scared about the settlers because they had heard stories from the Denham Island and tribes of the nearby mainland that the white man can kill people. They were really scared of guns, which the white people had, but the Lardil people does not knew that it was gun. They thought that these white people could kill a man with thunder that sent out invisible spears to tear a hole in his body and spill his blood out on the land. Instead of just saying gun, the Aboriginal people, out of their ignorance, will be describing gun like this. The white people provided a lot of food items to these Aboriginal people in order to make a good relationship with them. But those food items were mistaken by the Lardil people and they couldn't understand these strange food items. But those were the main food items of the white settlers. A bag of flour was thought to be the white pipe clay, and they rub it all over their body and in their hair and threw the rest away. Second, a bag of rice was mistakenly thought to be a bag of hornet or wasp eggs by them. The only thing which seemed to be edible for them was some bars of yellow soap, and they even kept the soap in the fire to cook and they eat it. The people who eat it felt terribly sick and came to the conclusion that the food items given by the settlers were poisoned. This shows that the Ladil people had no knowledge about the white people's food. This prose had given us a very clear cut idea about the difference between the whites and the Ladil. First difference which we can see is there in their dressing. Whites were neatly dressed, whereas the Ladils were naked. The second one is regarding their habitation. White people stays inside the cabin, whereas this Ladil people don't have a permanent habitation. The third thing is the white people are technologically well advanced, whereas the Ladils are ignorant of the outside world. The last one is regarding the food items. The Ladil people don't know what are the food items of the white people. They eat fruits and the things that they get from nature. That's the end of today's session. Thank you all for listening. If you feel the video is good, like it and share it with your friends. Till the time we meet next, stay tuned to Quest for Literature. Keep reading and know the world.